My friends, one of my favorite times of the year is coming up, and that is the Southern New Mexico State Fair and Rodeo. Because, of course, we've got the rides, we've got the food, we've got all of the daily entertainment out there. But one of my favorite things is the music that they have out every year. And they've got three great shows on the El Paso Electric Stage, starting on Thursday night with our guest today, Mr. Eli Mosley. How you doing today?
Doing well, doing well. Glad to be here and can't wait to be playing at the Southern New Mexico State Fair and Rodeo.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. I think you're going to have a good time here. And if anything, you can at least sneak off and get a funnel cake or something, maybe a
Oh,
corn dog or two.
absolutely. I usually decide that I'm going to do two things every time we're at a fair. I'm going to get a funnel cake and a corn dog. And I always start with the corn dog so I can have the funnel cake for dessert. And I never get the funnel cake because I always run out of time.
Every year I get a funnel cake, I never finish it because it's just too sweet. And then back in the back of my head, my doctor's going, "Don't do it." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Eli, I was doing a little research about you, and I saw, yeah, you'd always love that. Oh no, is it Wikipedia? No, it's not Wikipedia. But I was taking a look at a few things, and you actually started really, really young, because I heard that you were inspired at the age of 6 to kind of want to be into country music.
Yeah, I did. I saw Tracy Bird perform at a local fair that we have here. It's a pretty big fair, and he was one of the nightly entertainers that was there, and kind of the headliner of the night. That was back in the mid '90s, and then all of a sudden, I saw George Strait a few years later, and that kind of really got me interested in country music. And then I saw Brooks and Dunn, and particularly Kix Brooks of Brooks and Dunn is an amazing entertainer. And I thought, man, that would just be such a fun life to live. And sure enough, I went to college for it and went in the Marine Corps to kind of toughen me up for the road. And all of a sudden, here we are 10 years later out
performing at a fair, maybe hoping to inspire somebody else in the audience. I think that's a great little, circle.
I never even thought about that. To be honest with you, we're so busy focused on climbing and all that stuff and getting to the next spot and all that. Sometimes it's hard to look around and, you have moments of real cool kind of inspiration and clarity, but rarely do I ever think about that whole full circle moment. Every now and then it will come to mind when I'm on stage. I'll see some kid and go, I wonder if I can inspire him like some of these.
It's going to be the next person that's getting out on that the grueling road experience that it is there. Yeah, I was going to talk about the fact that you got your degree in music business, and if I am correct, it was 6 years in the Marines.
Yep. 6 years in the Marine Corps, and then when I got out, I timed it to where when I was getting out of college, I was. Or when I was getting out of the Marines, I was graduating college, and then hit the ground. Had my music business degree, and then started playing every fair, festival, honky tonk I can get into in the state of Florida, and then escalated that to the Southeast, and then all of a sudden we were playing in Texas, and then we were playing in Wyoming and Colorado and Nebraska, and all of a sudden it's just built and built and built. And now we've played I think 29 states so far. In the lower 48. So,
well, we are definitely looking forward to having you here in Southern New Mexico. Looking forward to Thursday night. And of course, what can we expect? I mean, I know you had some music out last year, but what do you got going on for 2024?
Yeah, so I actually got an album that's going to be up for hopefully at the end of October here.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a distribution snafu recently, but and it was supposed to be October 29th. We'll see if I can still maintain that release date. But it's a full length album, both kind of beach getaway, summer party songs, and authentic cowboy ranching songs, heartbreak, finding love, just kind of the real kind of what I would call an authentic country music album. All fiddle and steel guitar, and
God, I love that.
We've gotten to work with some of the best people in the music industry, people that play on records for Reba, Brad Paisley, Cody Johnson, John Party. It's been just such a fun time, and so we've got a heck of an album to drop here before long, and that's going to be a thrill. But then also next year we're going to be, so for the show we're going to be performing a lot of those new songs. We'll be performing a lot of our old stuff that radio has been spinning like crazy the last couple of years, which has been such a huge blessing. Not signed to a record label or a management agency or anything out of Nashville, and just seeing the support from country radio has been such a huge blessing. And so we're going to be doing some of our music, and then we're going to be doing just some of our favorites, and hopefully playing ones that not everybody gets to hear every time they see a live band. So we try to avoid those iconic songs that everybody hears all the time, but we find ones that everybody knows and are kind of forgotten gems of the past. And so
I know exactly what you're talking about. Every Sunday morning I do what we call our Kickback Country Sunday morning, 6 hours of just some classic country songs, and every once in a while I pull out one that I just haven't heard in a long time, going like, oh, I almost forgot about that one. So I'm really looking forward to the show. Now, I just have one more question, because we started off with you getting inspired at 6 years old by Tracy Byrd, and then just a few years ago you actually had the chance to open up for him. So how was that?
I did, right in my hometown. It was a surreal moment. I was 2 weeks before I got married, and then
oh wow,
yeah, and then it was the day before I had ordered a truck, and it was on its way to from another out of state dealership, and I got a new truck, opened for Tracy Byrd, and got married all within a week, and it was just 2 weeks.
So it was a pretty good week for you then.
It was a time. So
okay, I won't. Hopefully your wife doesn't realize that Tracy Byrd was the highlight of that week. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't tell her I said that.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you're going to be here at the Southern New Mexico State Fair and Rodeo. We're going to have a lot of rodeo action this weekend as well. That's going to be Thursday night. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. They've got 3 professional rodeos and a couple of ranch rodeos, including a youth one. But yeah, you can be here Thursday night playing at the El Paso Electric Stage. And I'm looking forward to the show. Hopefully you'll have a good time here in New Mexico. We might have to hook you up with maybe a green chili cheeseburger or two. And,
would you please? I'm always looking for the local cuisine. So
it's Southern New Mexico. It's all about the green chili cheeseburger. I'm going to tell you that right now.
That sounds good.
Yeah, thanks a lot for taking the time and talking with us. And of course, just want to remind everybody to get out and get your tickets. Southern New Mexico State Fair and Rodeo starting, or actually going from Wednesday till Sunday, 5 days of fun, as we say. And of course, you can get your tickets at snmstatefairgrounds.net. And once again, thanks a lot for hanging out with us, Eli. I really appreciate the time, and we look forward to seeing you on Thursday night.
Thank you so much for having me.